Good afternoon. You're watching Citizen Television, and this is Kenya's Choice 2022. We are coming to you live from the Bomas of Kenya, where the IEBC is domiciled, and a 72-hour list activity here at the Bomas of Kenya, the National Tallying Center, where chiefly the major events are at the moment happening, including the arriving of the returning officers and the verification of the physical Form 34As and those that have been electronically transmitted by the returning officers across the country. So far, nearly the 100%, as the IEBC projected on their screens at the National Tallying Center here at the Bomas of Kenya, and we are expecting the commencement of the presidential election tallying and the collation of the results as the returning officers come here at the Bomas of Kenya. I am Ayub Abdikadir Abdi, and with me in our field studio is the Executive Director of the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Political Party, former Rarieda Member of Parliament. Joins me here, Raphael Tuju. Thank you for your time. Good afternoon.
Thank you.
Much appreciated. A consequential election, and Kenyans went to the polls 72 hours ago. What's your takeaway of how Kenyans have exercised the rights accorded to them under law to delegate the sovereign power that they hold, and the cocktail outcome so far we have seen of members of parliament, senate, members of the county assemblies across the country?
I think His Excellency is the genius of our country. We may have our differences, but we resolve them at the ballot box. We don't resolve them through the barrel of a gun or through tanks roaming the streets of our capitals. So I think that's something that Kenyans should be proud of.
And when you mentioned that resolution of the differences, because democracy always brings about well-documented differences, we'll talk about what's at stake these elections coming against the backdrop of a pandemic, economically turbulent times for Kenyans. But given that we had prepared for this election at a time when we had well-documented fundamental differences between the two major political entities in the country, how do you think Kenya's democratic credentials ought to be safeguarded by political entities from, for example, reports that have been raised by commissions like the National Cohesion and Integration Commission and the Ministry of Interior and Coordination of National Government?
I think the only thing I can urge Kenyans, I don't think what I think is important at this stage. Kenyans have voted, and the process is with the IEBC, which is the institution charged with the responsibility of ensuring that we have a credible election. And all the powers now are ceded to the IEBC to do what they have to do, which is counting the vote. And we await the final results of the presidential. And the only thing I can appeal to Kenyans and to the supporters of Azimio, for that matter, is to remain calm.
Okay.
And we have a great country, and we're going to go through this.
Okay.